There we go. All right. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. Laying on our backs on the mat. I'm gonna lay sideways just so you can have a better idea of what I'm doing. You're just gonna come on down, and you might lay flat like you do in Shavasana, or you might bring the feet together, knees wide for a gentle hip opener. Or you might walk the feet out to the edges of the mat and let the knees come into center. That's an especially good one if you maybe have a tight lower back. So just come on down. Maybe bring a pillow with you if that's part of your practice. And just close the eyes. Find a little stillness here before we get moving. Turn your awareness inward. And just maybe notice how you're breathing this morning. No need to change anything. Just noticing maybe where you feel the breath the most. Is that the rise and fall of the belly or chest? Or is it in the nose or throat? Just continuing your natural breath. Maybe when the thoughts slow down a little bit, you might think about an intention to set for today. That could be for your practice, or for the day ahead, for the rest of this week. It might be something as simple as just gratitude, or staying present during your yoga practice. And just know that you can always come back to this breath. You can always come back to your intention whenever you feel you need to. Slowly start to bring the knees up, no matter what position you're in. And give yourself a good squeeze here. You can stay still or rock side to side. You can stay holding on to the knees, or you can take happy baby. Good. If you took happy baby, gently release the legs. We're gonna let the knees fall to the right, taking a twist here. You can bring the arms out like a T, or maybe bring the right hand on the left leg for a little extra weight. And if it feels okay on the neck, gaze towards the left, and just melt the shoulders into the mat. Relax the belly. Relax the face. Gently unwind, come back to center. And then take the twist on the other side when you're ready. You might feel more comfortable to have a pillow between the knees or a block. Relax the shoulders to the mat. Good. Unwind back to center. Give yourself another good hug in. And then lower the feet down to the floor or the mat. We're going to take reclined pigeon here. So lifting the right foot up to start, maybe drawing some circles with the ankle. And then in the other direction. And then we'll just bend the knee, let the leg fall out wide. Let the ankle rest on the thigh. Flex the toes back towards the shin. You can stay just like this for your reclined pigeon, or you can maybe press into the leg, opening that hip up a little bit more. Or you can lift the legs together, reach for behind the left thigh. Again, relaxing the upper body. If you're feeling like you're pulling and your shoulders are up in the air, maybe back out of the pose a little bit. Good. Gently release the leg back down. Unhook the right leg and let the knees fall back and forth, side to side, slowly. Just resetting the hips and the low back. Good. Feet to the mat, left leg lifts. And then we'll take those circles with the ankle. And in the other direction. And then we'll bring that ankle over to the right leg. Each side is different, so maybe this pigeon will look a little different than your last one, and that's okay. Just take your time getting there. Again, relax the upper body as much as you can. Gentle release down, unhook the leg, and then we'll tick-tock the knees just a few times, back and forth. Good. All right, hugging the knees in, just reach from the back of the thigh and start to roll yourself back and forth as many times as you'd like until you come forward to tabletop pose. Bringing the shoulders in line with the wrists, hips in line with the knees. Taking a few rounds of cat-cow here, lower the belly. Bring the chest forward, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around through the back body. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round. As many rounds as you'd like here, as slowly as you'd like. Matching your movement to your breath. Good. Maybe 2 more. And back to that neutral spine. Left hand's gonna plant into the mat. Right hand lifts, lift the gaze. And we'll thread the needle, reaching the right arm under the left. Bring the right ear down to the mat. Left hand can stay where it is or wrap behind the back. Reach up over your head on the floor. Maybe press the left hand into the mat to open up your chest. Open up this twist a little bit more. Slowly start to unwind, press into that left hand, reach the right arm all the way up and out, and then bring it back down to that tabletop position. Same thing, other side, left hand lifts. Thread the needle. Left ear comes down, take your time. Slowly unwind. Reach the arm all the way up. Back to the tabletop. Good. Right leg reaches back and down. Using the low core, lift the right leg. Create that long line with the body. Bend the knee, bring it in towards the nose, rounding through the back body, and then send it out long. Into center. Out long. Good, last one, bring it into center. Really bring it in towards the nose and step that foot between the hands. Maybe bring in some blocks here on either side of the foot. Untucking the back toes, lift the chest forward, low lunge. Check in with your front leg here, making sure the knee is in line with the ankle. You don't want to have the knee all the way out in front of the toes because you're not protecting your joints that way. Sinking into the hip flexor. A few more breaths. Good. Maybe you have blocks with you here. You're going to walk them back, shifting the weight, finding a half split. Your knee can be bent a little or a lot. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Now, I like to hold my low lunge and my half split, but if you prefer to shift in and out to your half split and your low lunge, please do so. And walk it forward. And we're gonna reach on up in our lunge. Lift the arms, lift the chest. Good, open up for a twist. Sending the right arm behind you. Maybe sending the gaze back towards that thumb. And reach up through center. Maybe a little back bend here. And then frame the front foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Send the right foot to the back of the mat. Press into a down dog here. Walking it out, it's first down dog of the morning. So take your time. Send some love to those calves and hamstrings. Good. Shift the weight forward, finding a plank pose. Engage the core. And then bring the knees down. Find that tabletop again. Good. Left leg goes back and down. Lift with the core. Hold that long line. Core is engaged. Good. Bend the knee. Bring it in towards the nose. And send it out long. In towards the nose. And out long. The last one, bring it in. Squeeze. And then send that foot between the hands. Find your low lunge. You might have to walk the right knee back a little bit and untuck the toes. Again, you might bring in those blocks to lift the chest so you can sink a little bit deeper. Good. Shifting back. Half split. Maybe you bring the blocks with you. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale, fold. Again, option to shift in and out of your low lunge and your half split. Good. Walk it forward. When you're ready, lift on up, arms reach up. Open up for a twist. Gaze back towards that left thumb. Good. Reach the arms back through center, small back bend here. And then we'll release, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, send the left foot back, press back into your down dog. Again, you can walk it out, you can bend one knee deeply and then the other. Taking any movement that you like, you don't have to stay still in your down dog. Bend the knees, gaze up towards the front of the mat. Start to walk the feet up and find a ragdoll here. So generous bend in the knee. Maybe you have a block here for a little extra support. You can grab for opposite elbows and sway or stay still if you'd like. And releasing everything back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise. Come to standing. Take your time. Once you get there, reach the arms out and up. And on your exhale, hands come through heart center, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back, finding your plank pose. Option to bring the knees down, of course. Engage the core. Bend at the elbows, come all the way down to the mat. Framing the chest here. We're gonna press up into a little baby cobra. So the shoulders aren't up by the ears and the elbows aren't out. Bring those back towards the body. Good. Lower down, maybe bring an ear to the mat. Full breath in, full breath out. Bring the forehead to the mat. Press on up into your next little cobra. Maybe you lift a little higher in this second round. Good. Release back down, opposite ear to the mat. Full breath in, full breath out. Forehead to the mat. Pressing up again, maybe a little higher this time. Good. Start to lower yourself back down. And then you'll press yourself up and back. Taking child's pose here, knees can be wide or together. If you are doing child's pose with your knees together, you can reach your hands back towards your heels. Good. Reach the arms out long on the mat. Start to lift up, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find your down dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog, toes point towards the floor. Bend the knees, shift the weight forward, step the foot between the hands. Again, option to bring in those blocks right here. We're gonna press on up, lifting into a high crescent lunge. Lift the arms up when you're ready. Deep bend in the front knee. Always have the option, if you'd like, I have my back heel lifted. If you'd like to do warrior one, bringing that back foot down and at an angle, if that feels more natural, please do so. Opening up for a twist here towards that bent leg. Good, arms reach back up through center. Pivot that back foot down if you haven't already. Open up warrior two. So now our shoulders are stacked over our hips, arms are out wide, deep bend in the front knee, and that knee isn't coming into the center line. It's stacked over the ankle. Good. Flip the front palm, reach forward, scoot back, reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two, only for a moment. Side angle pose, resting the forearm on the thigh, lift the left arm either directly over or overhead. Using the core here. Good, reach back up, warrior two. And then we'll windmill the arms down, bring the front foot. Send that foot back, maybe a three-legged dog. Lowering the foot down, and we'll shift into our plank pose. Bring the knees down, chaturanga, cobra up dog, back to down dog. Option, always skip anything that is not feeling good for you today. You can always just take child's pose or down dog instead of your vinyasa. Left leg raises, three-legged dog, toes point towards the floor. Bend the knee, shift the weight forward, step the foot between the hands, finding that runner's lunge. When you're ready, press into the left leg, lift on up, high crescent or warrior one. Low belly lift, shoulders relax away from the ears. Good, opening up for that twist towards the bent leg. Reach on up back through center. Then you're shifting into warrior two. Pivot the back foot. Check in with the front knee. Good. Flip the front palm, reach forward, scoot back, reverse your warrior. Back to warrior two. Side angle pose. Again, using the core here, we're not just dumping into this left arm. Reach back up, warrior two. And then windmill the arms down. Frame that left foot, send the left foot all the way up and out, three-legged dog. And then back down to the mat, shift forward, plank pose. Lower the knees if you'd like. Bend at the elbows, chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Back to down dog or child's pose. And right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, shift the weight forward, step the foot between the hands, find that high crescent lunge. Take your time, lifting up. Good. We're going to reach the chest forward and the arms back behind us. So you're kind of leaning over that right foot and then coming back up. Reach the chest forward and back up. Good. Reaching the chest forward. This time start to pick the left foot up off the mat. So this might be your warrior three today, touching down. That's great. You might bring the hands to heart center. You can always reach arms out long in front. Good. And then we'll lower the hands down to the mat or to some blocks. Lift the left leg. Find a little standing needle. And then gently lower the left leg. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise on up. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands through, heart center fold. Half lift. Fold again. Plant the hands, step, hop, or walk the feet back, finding your plank pose. Come on down, chaturanga when you're ready. Cobra up dog. Back to down dog. Good. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, shift the weight forward, step the foot between the hands. Find that high crescent lunge. Take your time. Good. Holding for a breath or two. And then shifting that weight forward, sending the chest forward and the arms back. And back up, nice and slow. Creating a little resistance with your arms, like they're moving through water. And back up. And again. This time, start to lift the right foot up. Maybe you're toe tapping down. That's fine. Pressing the hands together, heart center, maybe if you'd like. Maybe flex that back foot. Finding whatever warrior three feels good for you today. Good. Gently release the hands down and find a little standing needle. Bring that right foot to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly rise. Good. All right, we're gonna take a big wide step on the mat. Preparing for, let me see here. Okay, we're still good. Preparing for a wide-legged forward fold. So just taking a nice big step, maybe pointing the toes in a little bit. Bend at the knees, hands to the hips, fold forward. Release the hand when you're ready. Maybe they come to a block or a chair. Like I said, I like to pigeon toe my feet a little bit. You might not. You might like to have your feet straight up, parallel to each other, and then bend one knee and then the other. Little side lunge. Or you might walk your hands out long on the floor, almost like a down dog. Wherever you are in your fold, try to relax a little bit further. Maybe unclenching the jaw, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Gentle shake of the head, no, to release everything. Good. From here, we'll all take a twist, bringing the right hand down to the mat or to a block. Lift the left arm up, lift the gaze. Gently unwind and place the right hand with the left. Right hand reaches up. Good. Release your twist. Fold in again. Take any last movement here that you would like. Good. And then we'll start to come up out of this pose. Maybe walk the feet in a little bit together, or just bring the hands up to the hips with that bend in the knee and lift on up. Taking a big step to the front of the mat. Good. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Little back bend here at the top. Hands through heart center fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step up or walk the feet back. Find your plank pose. Or lower down for chaturanga. Cobra up dog. Back to a child's pose this time. So again, maybe revisiting an intention or just noticing how you're feeling now that we've been moving today. Good. We'll lift up out of child's pose. Take one last down dog. And then just bend the knees and walk the feet in until you can come to a seated position. We'll send the right leg long, and the left leg, the left foot will come to the inner side. And I'm gonna send my right leg out at an angle, just a little bit. Start to shift so that your torso is facing that right leg. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. And fold towards that right leg. We're not forcing anything. We're not pulling on the foot or the ankle. Every day is different. Some days things are tighter than others. And just being in your fold, letting your body release in its own time will help you deepen the fold, deepen the stretch. Notice that the longer you're in your fold and the more you focus on just your breath and releasing tension, the deeper your fold can become. Good. Slowly start to come up out of the fold. We'll walk that left hand behind us. Right hand can come to the thigh or knee. Taking a twist here, sit up nice and tall. Good. Release your twist about halfway. And reach the left arm up and over towards the right leg. So we're just looking for a side body stretch here. If you can reach the foot, that's great. But don't make it so that you're reaching for that foot and you're collapsing in on yourself here. It's all about that side body stretch. Good. Reach the arm up and bring the left hand right back behind that hip. So almost up, right up against your hip or your bottom. Reaching the hips up, we're just going to lift and reach the right arm up overhead. Good. Gently come back down. Bring the right foot in to meet the left, finding a butterfly pose here, or bound angle. So if you're feeling really tight, you might put a block under each knee here for a little support. You might stay lifted in your bound angle pose, or you can reach the chest forward and fold. This is another fold where we're not trying to pull anything, we're not trying to force a fold, just letting our bodies release in their own time. Gently release your fold. Bring the left leg out. And at that little bit of an angle, make any adjustments you need to here. Good. Start to face your torso towards the left leg. And you can walk the hands out or reach the arms out and up and fold. Each side is different, so one side might be much tighter than the other or much more open. That's normal. Inhale, reach the spine long. Fold in again. Slowly start to release your fold. Good. Walk the right hand behind you, left hand can come to the side or any, taking your twist. Sit up tall. Good. Release the twist about halfway. Right arm reaches up and over towards the left foot. Taking that side stretch. Making sure you're still open, not closed in, hunched over. Good. Reach the hand all the way up and over and rest it back down by our hip. Left hand's gonna reach up. Hips are gonna lift up, pressing up into that modified fallen triangle. Good. Slowly lower down. Let's send both feet out in front. One last fold here. Again, making yourself comfortable before we take our fold. If you'd rather sit your hips on a pillow or a block, that's always a good option. Reach the arms out and up. And on your exhale, fold. Again, we're not forcing this fold. Okay. Lift up out of your fold. And we're going to come down onto our backs. Maybe you bring a block with you. And once we get here, if you have a block and you want to take a supported bridge, just let the hips place that block right under your hips. Press the hips down and relax. You can stay there until we're done with our rounds of bridge pose. If you don't have a block handy, bring the hands down by your side, palms face the floor, feet are about hips width distance. Press into the heels, lift the hips, relax the glutes. Good. Gently release down. Again, if you're using the block, stay right where you are. Setting up for the second round. Lift the hips. This time, maybe tuck the shoulders under just a little bit, increasing your back bend. Gently lift the chin away from the chest. Good. Slowly lower down. You can tuck the knees or hug them in towards the chest. If you want to take wheel pose for your last round, you can. You can stay on your block, or you can take one more bridge pose when you're ready. Good. Gently come down, and then hug the knees in. If you're on your block, you can hug the knees in on your block, or maybe you go straight into your inversion, just lifting the legs up. If you don't have the block, you can take sleeping tiger. You can rest the feet up on a wall or on a chair, maybe on the couch. You might close your eyes, come back to that intention you might have set. Or just notice how you're feeling, notice how the breath feels now. Be here in this moment, in your inversion. And not somewhere else in your mind with your to-do list or the day ahead. Just being here in this time that you've carved out for yourself today. Good. Gently start to come down. Remove any blocks if you have them under you. We'll take one last twist today. And you might take a twist just like we did at the beginning of class with the knees falling together on one side. You might want one knee bent, one leg long. Whatever kind of twist you're doing today, just make sure that your shoulders are relaxed into the mat. Gently unwind, come back to center, make any adjustments you might need here, and then take your twist on the other side. Gently unwind, come back to center. Take any last movement here that you might like. Maybe you want to stretch long on your mat, or take happy baby one last time. Once you're ready to lie flat, or maybe lie on your side, you can bring the feet together, knees wide, or end class how you started. Close the eyes. Bring the attention to the space between your eyebrows. And let yourself be still for a few moments. You can stay just as you are, or roll to your favorite side when you're ready. Gently make your way to a seated position on your mat. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Fill the chest, fill the belly. Exhale, sigh it out. Again, big inhale. Sigh it out. Thank you all for sharing your practice today. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.
Thank you, Jen.